Welcome back to another virtual story time. I'm Miss Nicole and I'm here at the garden at the courtyard. And this is our first story time in our virtual Summer in the Garden camp. So if you've tuned in this week for virtual Summer in the Garden, then you know that this week is all about Conch Life. So we're talking about adaptations this week. So I picked the book, What Do You Do with a Tail Like This?, which talks about animals and their different body parts and how they use them. So certain tails on animals can be used as a tool. So this book is going to talk about more about that. It's by Steve Jenkins and Robin Page. So let's find out. Animals use their noses, ears, tails, eyes, mouths, and feet in very different ways. See if you can guess which animal each part belongs to and how it is used. At the back of the book, you can find out more about these animals. So let's get to it. What do you do with a nose like this? Where is your nose? Right here. If you're a platypus, you use your nose to dig in the mud. If you're a hyena, you find your next meal with your nose, so you sniff it out. If you're an elephant, you use your nose to give yourself a bath. You know what else elephants do with their nose? If you're a mole, you use your nose to find your way underground. And if you're an alligator, you breathe through your nose while hiding in the water. What do you do with ears like these? Where's your ears? Here's mine. If you're a jackrabbit, you use your ears to keep cool. If you're a bat, you see with your ears. Can we see with our ears? Let me try. No. If you're a hippopotamus, you can close your ears when you're underwater. If you're a humpback whale, you hear sounds hundreds of miles away. What do you do with a tail like this? Where's your tail? That's right, we don't have tails. If you're a giraffe, you brush off pesky flies with your tail. If you're a skunk, you lift your tail to warn that a stinky spray is on the way. If you're a lizard, you break off your tail to get away. So you might see that around here with some of the lizards we have. If you're a scorpion, your tail can give a nasty sting. If you're a monkey, you hang from a tree by the tail. What do you do with eyes like these? Where's your eyes? Here's mine. If you're an eagle, you spot tiny animals from high in the air. If you're a chameleon, you look two ways at once. If you're a four-eyed fish, you look above and below the water at the same time, so the fish can see up and down. If you're a horned lizard, you squirt blood out of your eyes. That's kind of scary. If you're a bush baby, you use your large eyes to see clearly at night. What do you do with feet like these? Where's your feet? Here's mine. If you're a chimpanzee, you feed yourself with your feet. Do we eat with our feet? No. If you're a blue-footed booby, you do a dance. If you're a water strider, you walk on the water. If you're a gecko, you use your sticky feet to walk on the ceiling. If you're a mountain goat, you leap from ledge to ledge. What do you do with a mouth like this? Here's my mouth. I'm using it to read the story. If you're a pelican, you use your mouth as a net to scoop up fish. If you're a mosquito, you use your mouth to suck blood. If you're an egg-eating snake, you use your mouth to swallow eggs larger than your head. If you're an anteater, you capture termites with your long tongue. If you're an archer fish, you catch insects by shooting them down with a stream of water. So now we're at the back of the book that gives a little bit of extra information about some of the animals. So let's read about the elephant. The world's largest land animal, the African elephant, can stand 13 feet tall and weigh more than 14,000 pounds. That's pretty big, huh? How about we read a fun fact about the lizard? The five-lined skink has a long tail that can break off if it is attacked. The wriggling tail can distract predators, allowing the lizard to get away. This skink, which is 5 to 8 inches long, lives in the eastern part of the United States and eats insects and worms. Losing its tail doesn't really hurt the lizard, and it soon grows a new one. So these are just some examples of different animals that have different functions with their tails and eyes and nose, ears, and mouth. And that's the end of our story. So now we're going to do a fun activity where we get to mix and match to make cool animals. So you'll find this attached to this video, and you get to cut out along the dotted lines and staple at the top, and then you get to mix and match. So let's see what we can come up with. We have a monkey tail, a cheetah body, and with a goat head. Let's try some other ones. Let's see what else we've got. How about a panda head with a zebra body and a lobster tail. These are kind of fun to play with, so you can create different animals and combine them. And then as a fun extra drawing activity, you can grab some colored pencils and draw your own creations of animals. So for this one, I used the book, and I came up with a monkey tail, a fish body, and a dog head. Then I decided to create my own, where I drew a giraffe head, a bird body, and the end of an octopus. So they look kind of funny. So you can create your own animal picture, and then you can comment on this video and show us what you created. Well, thank you for joining me for our first story time within our virtual Summer in the Garden, and I hope to see you next week when we have some fun in the sun.